Hey buds, it's Wonderful Skiff. I'm back here again today with another Skiff Smasher showcase, and today we have Sharp. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you?
It's a Wednesday, not a Wednesday. What is it? Today's Monday, man. Things are falling apart for me. I just turned 29, so like I guess memory loss is really hitting me hard. So yeah, for those unaware, Sharp here is a very talented player. Some rankings that we could throw out here real quick. He's number 1 in Rhode Island. Number 5 on the Wi-Fi Warrior rank, and currently number 8 on the Juicebox PR. So that's some pretty cool stuff. Is there a ranking for New England as well? I didn't think.
Yeah. I don't have like the graphic, but I'm number 10.
Number 10. That's pretty good, man. New England's pretty stacked.
Very good region, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into this. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna be starting off with the Sheik. So yeah, for a lot of you who don't know, Sharp is a mastermind of quite a few characters. Actually, in the recent juice box, you put like 10 different characters into a randomizer.
Yeah, I put my 10 best characters in like a website randomizer. I was just shuffling through them all.
Sick. Yeah, because I remember it was me and Rickles doing commentary for it, and we were so confused the entire time.
it was a lot of fun. I didn't tell anybody about it. It was funny because I did it the day before and I went 0-2. And I was like, all right, well, I was like, all right, I know I went 0-2 because I put Ridley in, and my Ridley's just not good. So yeah. I'm gonna take Ridley out, and then I'm just gonna leave it at 10. And it worked really well. There was a couple times where I was getting like kind of concerned because I was doing it so like I have to get through all 10 of the characters before the list resets. Mm-hmm. So it's not like I'm getting like Sheik twice in a row, or anything like that. So I was like,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was like, oh no, like I'm gonna get like Zelda into like I'm gonna get Sheik, Joker, and Wolf in like my round 1s. And then I'm gonna have to play a really good player. I'm gonna have to go like my Zelda against them. Like, oh no.
Yeah, because I remember it was one point in particular. I think it was against was it Raven King? It was, I forget who it was. No, it wasn't Raven King because he was in Winterside. I think it was either Skittles or the person you fought before that. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, you 3-0'd Slime, or 3-stocked him with Zero Suit Samus, and we're like, okay, yeah, so that obviously worked. And then you went someone else entirely. They were like, what the hell is he doing?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it definitely looked like it was a lot of fun to commentate. So yeah, but outside of that, one of the first questions I usually like to ask people is, where does your tag come from? Because for a lot of people, the tag could be like, it could be a few things. Like for instance, oh shit. It could be a few things like like a personal thing or whatever, or like you just like an anime or something. So where does your tag come from?
I love talking about my tag because a lot of my friends in Rhode Island and New England know about like where my tag comes from. So I think around like 11 or 12, I played Minecraft a lot on Xbox. I needed a username because I didn't like the random like auto-generated ones they were giving me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, what's like my favorite animal? And it was like, oh, ducks. And then I was like, all right, now I need like something. I wanted to do like something the duck. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, so what's the something? I was like, I think it was literally I looked at a pencil. I was like, oh, it's pretty sharp. I was like, oh wait, Sharp the duck.
Is that really how that started?
Yeah, it's always so funny talking about it because a lot of people don't know, like especially now because I've been getting like more popular like just like in the past couple months. So a lot of people like I'll make that joke to people and they're like, the duck, Sharp the duck. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you don't know about this.
Yeah, that's actually pretty great. I think that was one of the first guys I did, Mastro. He's number 2 in North Dakota. His comes from making a username for Club Penguin. He ended up using like some Greek author or something like that. So that's actually really, that's why I love talking about this, because some of these people come up with like some of the crazy stuff, and it all stems back from like forever ago, and I don't know. I just think that's great.
11-year-old me playing Minecraft.
Good stuff. So yeah, from there I want to kind of get into you as a player and your play style in general. So like, but before we get to actual play style, sorry, let's start off with like some recent results that you're really proud of. Like as we saw at Juicebox last week, you ended up getting third in some pretty competitive sets and doing a randomizer on top of all that, which I think is just absolutely crazy. But outside of that, what are some other like results, online and offline, that you're proud of?
I think like my best offline results is my best one is definitely Let's Make Big Moves in January. I got 49th all sheep, and I got a PGR win on Arfang.
Oh, nice.
And after that, I went to Genesis, and that was when I was playing I played all Joker. I got 65th. I don't have like anything like it. My results offline are usually a whole bunch of like 65ths and stuff. But
I mean, with 65ths at majors, that's still pretty good sometimes. Like especially when they get to like 600 plus and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm still proud of it. Obviously, like I want to do better. It like sucks being like consistent. Like being consistent is always good, but I don't want to be consistently getting like 65th.
No, I hear you.
But like online, my best results are Collision. I got fourth, yeah. I lost to Tweak and Epic Gabriel, and both were really close sets, and I beat Rafi X as well. I also recently, there was a charity event called Fight for Rights. I got third beating ESAM, and I lost to 8-Bit Man twice. Both really close sets. So those are like my best results I can think of right now.
I mean, those are all like really good players too. So even like if the placings don't look good, I mean, just getting those wins in general is like huge.
Yeah, I'm happy about them. Obviously, like online is different than offline, but
yeah, no, for sure.
Still like
but
it.
Still, I mean, like I know a lot of people kind of do like, oh, offline or online doesn't count or whatever. But I mean, like a win's a win. I'm sorry. Like if you get a win on someone in bracket, like if they're really good, chances are they're still pretty decent on Wi-Fi. So good stuff, man. So outside of that, let's talk about your gameplay and your style in general. So like obviously a lot of people know you for your Sheik, right? And like and like we saw last week, a plethora of characters that you're actually really solid. Please stop. This isn't Smash Bros. So when you're playing against newer players that you aren't familiar with in general, and then like even familiar players, like what's your game plan going in?
The main thing I focus on is people's disadvantages in their neutral. Because my favorite part of playing Smash is the neutral.
Yeah.
And so I always look for what people are doing in neutral. And once I start figuring out the neutral, like it helps even more if I've watched them play or if I've played them before, because then I know what options they're gonna do in disadvantage. But I usually just try to like read people's habits, know where people are gonna go, know what people are looking for at certain percents and stuff.
Gotcha. So like very neutral heavy, and I can see that a lot like when we're playing, and like it's like as soon as like you get like the advantage in neutral, like that shit is pushed so hard. Like you're basically like Smash 4 Sheik carrying me all the way across the stage, and it was just a bad time.
It helps even more because you're playing it heavy, so I can
yeah.
forever.
But still, man, like that's still like something that you really have to work to like be consistent on. So like, good stuff. Like, oh, you're not gonna die yet. Maybe hear them.
I might. Alright, I keep thinking that I can just jump off the ledge and hit me, so I gotta stop doing that.
For sure. So yeah, outside of your playstyle and stuff like that, what about like where you think you are in your skill level? Like obviously we went over some of your rankings in the very beginning of the video, but like, do you think that's like super reflective of where you are right now, or do you think you're better than that?
I think I can be better than how I've placed, especially offline. Like I think I could. There's definitely like times where I feel like I can get like top 64, maybe top 32. I think I'm slightly better than. Like I think my biggest issue is just that I don't have like a character. Like obviously like a lot of people know me for playing Sheik and then Joker and stuff, but there's no character that I practice like all the time. Like it's kind of like just whatever character I'm feeling on like that day. So I definitely think it could be like a lot better if or place a lot better if I had like a consistent character. Because usually like, especially in like January when it was Let's Make Big Moves and Genesis, I was switching between mains like that entire month. Like it was like I played Sheik in the beginning, and then I was like, I don't think I want to play Sheik anymore, so I'll play Joker because he's like actually my favorite character. And then I played Joker at Genesis, and I was like afterwards, I was like playing friendlies with people, and I was like, maybe I'll try out Sheik again. It's always rough being in a character crisis.
Oh yeah, no, like there's definitely people who still have those, even this far into the game, man. Like I went through it like I think right before pandemic really started. I was playing Rob a lot, and I was having fun with him, but after a while, I just wasn't having fun anymore, and I didn't know who I wanted to go back to. So I just picked up. I didn't pick up Incineroar because I was kind of playing him in the very beginning. So like, and then eventually I just kind of stuck with it. So I totally get where you're coming from. And honestly, I hope you figure that out soon, man. Like, you're definitely super sick with a lot of characters. So I think whoever you land on, I think you'll be fine with.
Yeah, I'm confident in like my best characters. It's just a matter of who do I want to play the most? Do I want to try to prove that Sheik is good? Like I feel like she is, or do I want to play my like favorite character in the game, which is Joker? It's like kind of hard to like play both of those characters.
Yeah.
Because they're both like execution heavy.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially in a Wi-Fi environment.
Which is good because I have Wolf, which is just like he's not execution based, so it makes my life a whole lot easier. Because then I was like, all right, if it's a bad day, and I'm not playing good with Sheik or Joker, and I can't like execute my combos correctly, then I can just go Wolf and just outplay people.
For sure, yeah. No, Wolf is like, because like you've already mentioned that you love neutral, and Wolf is like neutral to character pretty much.
He is. He's like he has like he plays neutral like Sheik and Joker, except he does like 60 off one hit very easily instead of doing like these crazy drag downs and like down tilt confirms and stuff. If I'm having a bad day, it's like Wolf is usually the pick. Even then, I still try to force myself sometimes to play like Sheik or Joker.
Please stop.
I'm very stubborn.
No, I hear you. Like, I think that's one of the guys in North Dakota as well. He wants Sheik to be good so bad and tries to make some of those things work.
It's hard. Like a lot of people ask me, it's like, how do you do it? It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just something that I do.
It's self-hatred and determination.
I'm very stubborn human being when it comes to playing characters. I'm like, I feel like I can prove that Sheik is good. It's just, there's some days though where it's like I don't even know if I want to try to do that.
I hear you. I think Sheik's definitely a good character in general. I think it's just more of a matter of like, it's just sometimes it doesn't feel like it's enough.
Yeah, I think it's more so a thing. She's a character where it's like you have to be playing. I wouldn't say you have to play perfect with her every time you play her. That's not really true. Like there's some matchups where you do, but she's like a character where you have to have like really good mental mentality in a game where like every character is frustrating to fight.
Yeah.
So it can be frustrating. I still try to like put up with it as best as I can. And I don't think there's a way for me to kill you right now. I don't like that.
Yeah, you just kind of have to get a good read or something. Because I'm probably going to kill you before you get me. Uh-oh. Actually, you can get it right there. Yep.
There you go.
That was a bad
All I have to do, when you're at 180, I just have to pray you make a mistake.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's definitely one of the things I hear about Sheik from Sheik players most often. Is just like, because she can do so much and be very oppressive, but then it's like one mistake that she makes and it like can cost a stock.
Yeah, it's those. What hurts the most about playing her is like you destroy people and you get all this damage and you get them 120, and it's like you mess up that one confirm. Like I played Mudace yesterday, and it was losers top 12, and I hit him with short hop needles, but since it's Wi-Fi, I can't really react to it properly.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to do my up smash. I ended up getting a dash attack instead, and then I hit him like the same situation that you were just in. So I hit him with a nair, and I wasn't ready for that to work because I thought he was gonna jump off the ledge later, but he ended up getting hit by the sour spot nair. I was like, oh, I could have bouncing fish there.
Jeez. Oh my god. Oh, hey, okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, I was gonna hope to get the spike. I was like, I just want to stock here. But good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, man, I sympathize with you on on your Sheik problem. I hope Sheik gets more buffs because Sheik's honestly a sick character.
Of course, like since she's my favorite character, well, not my favorite character, but she's one of my favorite characters, and I really like playing her, so I hope she is better. But it's like honestly for me, I don't even think she like needs to be better for me to be, like to do better with her.
Right.
It's not like Sheik buffs aren't something that are like high on my list of like changes.
I get you. I get you.
Ultimate.
No, cause like I mentioned, she's still good. It's just kind of proving it.
She definitely would benefit a lot from a few changes.
Right. I mean, that's a lot of characters who aren't top tier.
Yeah.
So I feel that.
Characters, if you give them the right buff, they could be pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
And just another character to add on the list of, oh no, I have to play this character in bracket.
So, going forward from there, like, where did, like, with your skill level and stuff like that, like, where do you want to be? Like, especially, like, when we, either before pandemic or afterwards, like, where do you want to end up being before, like, this game's, lifespan's over?
Like, of course, like, the generic, like, oh, I want to be the best one day. Like, of course, that's true for me. Like, I do really want to, like, be one of the best players. I don't know if it's possible. I'll try my best, but, like, that's always been for me. Like, my biggest dream is to be, like, a Smash player.
Yeah, like, competitively?
So, yeah, like, competitively. Like, of course, like, streaming is probably more optimal, but, I still like love to compete. I have a very big competition addiction, I would say.
I mean that's totally fine though. I mean I get that too.
Yeah.
I grew up playing like a shitload of sports in high school and stuff like that, and then I got into like really involved into the Smash scene like way later in life. But like this, the drive for competition's always just gonna be there, at least for something. Oh please stop. Oh shit! I just got up. I was expecting that one.
Oh, I didn't mean the shield.
Thank you. All right, now we're gonna take the stock. Oh, never mind.
I hate that you can just say that. I have to be afraid now.
Yeah, we're just gonna take that stock right there.
It's like, all right, he's at 165 and I'm at 50. Why am I scared?
You know, it's that Sheik shit. I just want the stock. I just want the stock out of the way. There we go.
I keep getting hit by that. Like, I keep doing I keep trying to do habits that like I do against everyone else, and it's like, oh wait, he has a command grab, so I don't get to roll behind you and laugh when your move misses because your move just grabs me.
Right.
Like everyone else.
That's one of the things I totally love about this character, man. It's like the one thing I think I'm pretty decent at is just calling out people's landings and stuff like that, and just to have a command grab that goes so far really kind of rewards my cheese, and I love it.
Yeah, command grabs are always like, it's so tilting to get hit by it. It's like, all right, now you're stuck in an actual cutscene.
For sure. Oh.
And on top of it, like Incineroar's command grab is like basically a mini game. So it's just like, all right, now I have to pray he messes up.
For sure.
It's like it's out of my hands.
Uh-oh. No.
Aw, I knew you were gonna roll that way. I might have to camp you right now. I'm kind of afraid this game.
Just let me have the stock. Like, you got 2, man. I only got 1.
You had the stock. That's what you wanted last time.
Yeah, I know, but I want this one too. just.
Well, if you take this stock, it's your last hit. And
Right.
if you take my stock there, then it's like, oh no, it might be last hit.
So, yeah, but speaking of Incineroar and stuff like that, I do actually want to bring up your recent tirade on Twitter.
Oh no.
So, like, I know I mentioned this to you briefly before the video, but I just thought it was really funny, and I brought it up to some of my friends in Discord when I was chatting with them. That, like, it's really funny that I was able to kind of get you to come onto this show, and that me being an Incineroar main and seeing all those tweets.
A lot of people they didn't look at like everything I said, and they took the one tweet. And it's like when I made that tweet, I was like, oh my god, this was a mistake. This is gonna be the tweet everyone talks about. But I made like 10 other tweets where it's like, all right, you can play whatever you want. Like if you're happy playing your character, then I'm all for it. Just don't complain to me 24/7 because I'm not gonna do anything for you.
No, I'm totally with you on what you said there. But like, because there's actually been a few of them. What was the one guy recently? I forget what his name was on Twitter, but he's the one who said people only play low tiers to ruin people who plays high tiers brackets. Who was that guy?
I don't know. I didn't see that one. I don't think.
I forgot who it was. He like I think he deactivated Twitter for like a day.
I didn't know.
It was a pretty good one.
I might have been. There was a time where I was like off Twitter for a couple days. So I was like, I might not just seen that one.
All right. Yeah, I don't remember who said exactly. I just remember the shitstorm that Twitter's so good at doing.
It's very fun sometimes, and then sometimes it's just not fun.
All right, but outside of that, getting back to you as a player and stuff like that, not you as the Twitter personality. So, what are some weaknesses that you think that you as a player struggle with?
What I said before is the main, not having like a main to play. Also, I feel like I take things too seriously. Like I'm too invested in things sometimes. So, like a lot of the times, like if I'm playing in like Wi-Fi tournaments and I'm losing to someone I know I shouldn't be losing to, it's like oh no, now I'm already thinking like 10 steps ahead. It's like, all right, this person's gonna beat me. And they're gonna tell all their friends that they beat me, and they're not gonna tell their friends that I was playing my Pocket Bowser. And I'm just gonna have to sit here as they tell all their friends. It's like, hey, I beat Sharp in brackets, so I think I should have a higher seed. I'm gonna hear about it for the next 2 weeks.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't get that struggle because I'm just a comment. Oh no, shit!
You were dead anyways, but I was like, this is the typical Sharp thing to do.
I was definitely dead. I wasn't expecting the spike. Holy shit!
I was like, all right. I was just hoping. I was like, all right, please just side me. Like, we both know you're dead, but just help me out here.
Well, I definitely got you, man. No worries. Come on, you get out. Sorry about that. Wait, I didn't ask you before about your weaknesses, right? That was the first time I asked you?
Yeah, it was the first time.
Okay, cool. I got really worried for a second because I don't want it to seem like I'm not listening.
I brought up the main thing myself.
Okay, cool. So yeah, but I totally get what you're saying though. I've seen it time and time again. It's not just you. It's top players in general. Please stop. Oh my God. I'm dead. I'm dead, but you're dead too.
I thought you were still gonna make it back, so I tried to back you before the super armor.
But yeah, no, it's definitely something I've seen time and time again from top players in general. You know, they lose, one game, maybe just messing around, and then everyone's like, oh, I beat so-and-so on blah, blah, blah. Because I remember when Wi-Fi tournaments were, the big thing because pandemic started, and, like, everyone just started saying, hey, oh, I beat this PGR player at X Wi-Fi tournament. And then, yeah, it just turned into like a whole thing. And mentalities were definitely checked for a bit.
Yeah, it can be annoying. Like, cause I'm just like, all right, like I know I shouldn't be losing to these people. Like I know I'm better than them. But it's just that one time I'm not playing good, or I'm not playing a character I know how to play that well. It's just like I have to sit there and suffer as this person brags about it for the rest of his life.
Hey man, everybody's got dreams. No, stop! it just sometimes it happens, you know.
Yeah, people can be proud of their wins though. I won't take anything away from them. It's just if you're beating my Pocket Ridley, don't be surprised if I start shit talking you. If you start telling everyone that you beat my Pocket Ridley, or you tell everyone that you beat me, but you don't tell them what character I played. It's like, hey, I just beat Sharp and Racket, dude. Oh, what character was he playing? Let's not talk about that.
Let me get my clout. It's that simple.
I definitely think like people should be proud of their wins though. If the other person's trying.
Oh. Thought I had my jump. But yeah, no, I hear you there. I hear you there. I don't get that problem because I'm just a commentary guy in North Dakota. I'm not PR'd. Not that we have a very strong scene anyway. I'm just a decent player in general. But yeah, so I don't get that problem. If somebody says they beat me, they just go, oh, I just beat this guy. Time to move on to my next round.
Yeah, I've seen like the amount of discords I've been in like for tournaments, and I'm like, all right, like the tournament's about to start, and I'm just looking at the chat and I'm waiting for them to say that it started. And then there's people it's like, hey, why am I seeded 17th? I should be seeded 10th. I got to win on Sharp once. And everyone's like, dude, you beat Sharp? That's so sick.
I mean, hey, they deserve it, okay? If I ever run a tournament, and I'll make the actual exception. If I run a tournament and someone's in there and says I beat Sharp, I'm instantly putting them in the top 10.
Just ask what character I was playing first. That's all I ask.
No, actually, I don't care about that.
It's like, dude, are you sure your win counts? He was playing Bowser Jr. Like, no! No,
I won! Fair and square. Please stop, please stop, please stop. I'm sorry, I was joking. I'm not going to do it.
I've definitely heard a lot of my like really good friends, my friends that are like the really good players, and it's just like they're always like it's so annoying to deal with. Like, yeah, you just gotta suffer with it. There's nothing you can do about it.
For sure. So yeah, outside of that, I mean, I think we covered a lot of things about you as a player, though. You know, we got like your strengths, or at least your gameplay style, your weaknesses, results. What else? Just want to make sure I looked at everything here. You know, and your name tag, all that stuff. But now let's talk about Sharp as a person. What are some things that you're passionate about? It could still be about Smash. It could just be something else about Smash. And, you know, whatever you want to bring up. Unless you don't have anything you want to bring up, and that works too.
We talked about this in the end of it, so I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. But I love wrestling.
Dude, I feel that 100%. I remember I stopped watching wrestling for a long time, right? And so this is how this all worked for me and how I got back into wrestling myself. So I stopped for the longest time because, you know, it was one of the cool things to make fun of, like making fun of Pokemon for a bit in high school and stuff like that. And I wish I never did that because, God, I love Pokemon. But so I stopped watching wrestling forever. The last time I remember watching wrestling as a kid was when John Cena was the bad guy and he was facing off against Brock Lesnar, right?
Oh my God.
Yes. That was a long time ago.
So long ago.
Yeah, I know, right? But what happened was I came back home to, you know, Massachusetts one day, and we're sitting there, and a friend of mine's like, hey, we're watching WrestleMania. It was WrestleMania 31. It's the one where Roman Reigns was facing Brock Lesnar in the main event, and Seth Rollins. Yeah.
I watched that too. That was such a good.
Yeah. So my friend was like, hey, we're watching this, because he was an actual big wrestling fan, and I just hadn't seen him in a while. I was like, you know what? I'll come watch, whatever. And it was the one match of Randy Orton where at the very end, Seth Rollins goes to curb stomp him.
That.
The greatest RKO of all time. And I watched that shit, and I said, why did I ever fucking stop watching wrestling? This shit's amazing.
I remember watching that. I was like, damn, that was so sick.
It single-handedly got me back into wrestling. And I've been watching, and then I started again when What was it? It was when Roman Reigns was feuding with Bray Wyatt. That was when Seth Rollins had both the titles.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Sting had the was his like his feud at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay at the time, but like I slowly got into it, and then I got into like NXT, and NXT's super sick.
And I love NXT. Obviously, like my favorite is New Japan. Like they've always been my favorite. I honestly like I keep up with them more than I do like WWE or AEW.
I don't blame you, honestly.
I just love it so much.
Well, for me, it's like the storylines that they tell just like span years sometimes. And it's like,
Yeah,
even if the storyline feels like it's cut short, it can get brought back in an instant through like lots of small feuds through other people.
Yeah, it's like, especially if you were there for like the beginning of it, or if you're even there for like just a couple years of like, especially like Naito and Okada. It's so good to feel like you got to watch it through like everything.
Yeah, because like the thing is like outside of that, like New Japan, like they do it like it's an actual art. Like it's amazing.
Like, they try not to insult your intelligence.
Right.
Which I feel like WWE definitely does sometimes.
Oh, for sure, man. They do that all the time. That's why like NXT is like a really good show if you don't like WWE stuff, but you don't want to watch like overseas. NXT is really good to start off with.
Yeah, I understand why some people wouldn't like New Japan because it's like they're Japanese. Like you don't understand the language. Obviously, they have translations, but I understand if people just they want to know what they're saying.
Listen, if you just want an English speaker, right, you can still watch New Japan. You just need to breathe with the switchblade. That's all I'm saying.
I love Jay White. You're gonna get me started on Jay White.
Jay White's sick. I'm actually a really big Okada mark. I fucking love Okada.
I love. Everyone knows. Like even like people that don't know wrestling, they know I love Naito the most.
Naito's sick.
And then like Okada is like the second favorite, and then I think it's like Sonata would be my third one, or Jay White.
I feel like Sonata's actually about to start getting a singles push because of the evil angle right now.
Yeah, I made a couple tweets about it yesterday just because I was thinking about it so much. And I was like, the way I see it, the way like I can picture it going down is, so it's like Evil just beat Naito, which there's a million things I can say about that. And I hope there's no Evil fans listening to me because I have a lot of words. But so the way like I can see it is, it's either, so I imagine that Evil is just going to lose to Okada, like because Evil screwed over Okada, and Okada has said multiple times that he only wants the heavyweight and he doesn't want the Intercontinental title.
Right.
And so I'm like, all right, so that's like how they get rid of this whole double title thing.
Yeah.
Is Okada only cares about one of the titles. So Okada beats Evil, he takes that title, and then Evil still has the Intercontinental title. You know what Naito has? Naito gets nothing. Naito gets to be the most popular wrestler, and then that's all he gets.
Well, I mean, he's always gotten like the short end of the stick. Like, what is it? It was like 3 Wrestle Kingdoms ago where he should have beat Okada the first time.
He should have been in the main event, but they didn't give him. That was the only time they didn't let the heavyweight title be in the main event.
Yeah. Because
he wasn't popular enough for it.
Yeah, I mean, it helps with like his attitude and stuff like that, you know, all that.
I love like Naito. It's something I can talk about for hours.
No, I'm totally down for that. We can totally have that discussion another time too. But what was the other thing I wanted to push? What did I talk about? Oh yeah, it was with Okada. My favorite angle so far was when he finally lost the title to Kenny Omega, right? And he started going down his crazy phase, right? Because he was wearing the pants too and shit.
Yeah,
and he goes
the red
through like
hair, the pants.
And he went through like a year and a half of doing this shtick, and then finally it's like he starts dealing with Jay White because Jay White's got the title, and he comes out for his match against him, and he's got the shorts back on, and he's like,
oh yeah, that was Wrestle Kingdom where it's he lost to Kenny at Dominion,
yeah,
which was in June, and then he was doing the red hair thing. He went through the G1. He lost the G1, but then he got since he did a draw with Tanahashi. They're like, all right, well since Tanahashi wants to beat Okada, then they're just gonna have Tanahashi defend the briefcase for the main event spot against Okada, and then that happened, and like Okada was still in the red hair, making funny jokes, trying to make everybody laugh phase. And, like, he gets turned on by Jay White and his manager for like how many years? Like 6 years.
Yeah.
And then they have him. I thought, like, when I watched it live, I was like, oh, that's so cool. But like at Wrestle Kingdom, he came back and they had the theme going, and then it didn't like his when he had the red hair, he had like in his theme there was like Rainmaker, and then they just didn't have that part in the Wrestle Kingdom entrance, so you knew he was going back to the old theme, and like everything was gold again.
Yeah.
And he takes off the pants, and I was screaming, and I knew Jay White was gonna win, but I was still screaming.
Yeah. No, dude, I saw that, and oh my god, I popped the fuck off. And like, it was something so stupid, like, Okada's wearing shorts? Bet. Like,
I never ever have gotten. A lot of people weren't a fan of the Okada pants, but I liked the Okada pants. But
yeah, they were okay.
I liked the Okada pants when he wasn't having a mental breakdown.
Right.
Like when it wasn't red. When it was the gold pants, those were fine. But like, I've never been so excited for someone. It sounds weird. I've never been so excited to see someone take off their pants to reveal they're wearing shorts.
It's definitely one of the few moments in wrestling history that we'll ever be able to say that. Oh my god, dude, you're popping off. Please stop. This is what you need to do when you're playing. You just need to start talking or thinking about New Japan.
Dude, I've been like, there's some times where I do that where I make jokes to myself when I'm playing just to make it like things like feel less stressful. And I'm like, damn, I'm really starting to be Okada right now. I'm just not losing.
Right? What?
that was a Rainmaker.
I'm about to Rainmaker you right here.
Still one of the best moves in wrestling.
Oh my god. And like, dude, I was not a fan of the Rainmaker at first, because I saw it, I'm like, okay, it's stupid. It's just a whip clothesline. And then, I don't know, I started watching him more and more, and I would pop off for every Rainmaker. It's because, like, the production value on it. Like, when he gets ready to do the Rainmaker and they zoom out.
The wrist control.
Yeah.
The theme, the camera shot.
Yep. And then it's like, you hear the crowd go crazy for, like, a clothesline. I'm like, what is this?
I think, like, obviously I have Naito bias, so I love Destino.
Destino's sick as fuck, too.
Stuff. I think that's the coolest looking move, but, like, I think the Rainmaker gives me like a way bigger emotion than Destino does, if I'm being honest. So I'm just like, the setup for it is perfect. It's like this long, drawn out, emotional camera shot where he had the wrist control, the camera shot. He's screaming because he just did a jumping, spinning tombstone, and I don't know how he does that.
Because he's Okada, literal wrestling god.
Best dropkick ever.
Oh, dude. I've been saying that shit forever, man. Okada drop kicks are a whole nother fucking level. I don't know what it is.
Good.
Okay, please stop. I'm gonna get down. Okay,
nope.
I'm not gonna get down.
as soon as I saw that first down here, I was like, oh, he's gonna do it again.
Yeah, no, for sure. But definitely good stuff though. Man, NJPW is so sick. Cause like I got into it heavy when it was like the first time Kenny Omega faced off against Okada, and it was when they got like that 6-star match or whatever from whatever his name is. Yeah, Meltzer. And I was like, okay, like what is the deal here? And then I got into it. And I'm like, dude, everything here's amazing. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, I was like, I only knew of WWE. By the way, I'm gonna show you Okada shirt. The Rainmaker.
I'm with it.
The gold jacket. But like when I got into it, it was the same thing. I was like, everyone's talking about this Okada Omega match, so I'm gonna watch it on YouTube for free. Yep. With like you know how like they have like those like pirated videos where it's just like they have like it's like they like they put it in like a corner of the screen so it's not taking up full screen, and then like they usually like muffle the audio a bit.
Yeah, and then
whatever,
like
zoom in.
They put it like in a quarter of the screen, so like can't be like taken down for like just looking like another video. Yeah, yeah.
I was like, I watched it like that, and I was like, wow, this is sick.
Yeah, because that's what they do for Botchamania to avoid takedowns.
Yeah, and I watched that, and I was like, that's so cool. I think actually, like now that I think about it, I think I watched Nakamura versus AJ, like the year before that. First, like I only watched that match just because Nakamura was in, like Nakamura and AJ both went to WWE.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I watched Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. And I was like, that match is so good.
Oh, that match was amazing.
Nakamura.
Oh my God.
I want to watch more Nakamura.
Because that was the Fight Forever match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I saw that match, but I didn't like look into it that much after. But I watched Omega and Okada. And then what really got me into it was I don't think he's on YouTube anymore just because like his content gets taken down. But Showbuckle, he makes like videos like analyzing like the stories or like explaining it to people who like don't know anything about like Japanese wrestling.
Yeah.
So like he made a whole video like after G1 Climax 27 about Naito and Omega, or like Naito's like whole like 4-year story. I was like, I'm a Naito fan forever.
Naito's sick. He's got like such a perfect gimmick.
It's like it makes me sad though, like watching him now, because I'm like they've like made him to be like the lovable underdog, and I just want him to like destroy someone's leg. That's my favorite like Tetsuya Naito. He's just like the match with him and Kenny, like the first one, where he was just like, it's like, all right, Kenny hits him with a Snapdragon suplex, and Naito gets up and he just like kicks his knee. It's just like, it's so perfect.
Yeah. Well, that like when he fucking goes off the ropes and stuff, and then just does like the little tumble into just laying there like lazily.
Oh, the pose.
Yeah,
the pose. I love the pose.
Yeah, no, I love that, man. God, it's like, cause like it's hard to be like the cool guy, right, in wrestling, and that's what he does, man. And, like to make it work.
Makes it, like he's like, it's just such a lovable like personality.
Right.
Like he's just such an asshole, but you just love him because he's an asshole. Because he's a funny asshole.
Oh. Oh, I didn't get you. Okay, I'll get you. Uh-oh. Dad said it's my turn to take the stock.
That's a meme in like Rhode Island, where wherever our son comes out, we just go, "Dad's home." Like I used to team with Zarya a lot, who he also used to play Joker, but more so like a Bayo player. And we would all like, whenever like any of us would play Joker in doubles, we would always go, "Hey, Dad's home." And it's like, oh, you have our son? All right, time to combo.
Here we go.
Time to make our opponent's lives hell for the next 20 seconds.
I mean, yeah, as well. I know what it's like teaming with Bayo, though, because my doubles partner out here is actually a Bayonetta main. And it doesn't quite work anymore. I don't know, he just doesn't like Bayo and doubles, so we go Incineroar Hero now, and it's a mess.
Sounds like a combination I wouldn't be a fan of.
Oh, yeah, probably. And the thing is, like, we did it randomly one day, and then like we got third. We placed third in our double.
Yeah, that's the funniest like combinations, where it's just like, it's like, hey, I have a funny idea, and I say it to my partner, I'm like, hey, do you want to try this team? And he's like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, fine, let's do it. And we do it, and we get like second, and like the only reason we lose is because we just don't have the experience of the team. And I'm like, hold on a second, we might have something here. Like that happened at Genesis, because I teamed with him at Genesis, and I was like, hey Zarya, I know I've never played this character. I know you've never seen me play this character.
But
and it was against a Pikachu and a Ness, and I was like, what if I just go Mario? He's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. And it was working. The only reason why it didn't work is because there was a bad, like, we couldn't hear each other, so there was like a miscommunication. And like, we ended up like like we didn't get the situation we wanted because like we couldn't hear each other.
Yeah.
Which was unfortunate, but like the Mario was destroying them. Like my Mario got destroyed the first stock, and then I took like 4. I was like, wait a second, am I a Mario man?
Today you are.
It was like, oh my god. I've never played this character in bracket. I'm just destroying people.
Yo, just let me get the spike. Let me just start you
Nope.
off. No, okay, don't do that.
See, so this is the part where you want to kill me, and I'm just gonna laugh at you because I'm gonna do this.
Oh, geez, that was actually pretty slick. Okay, but I am gonna get the stock, so I hope you're ready for this.
This is where I don't feel bad for camping because I'm at like No! I got the double jump, the run off ledge double jump. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, you deserve that.
It's because Joker is my favorite character in Smash, like to play. Like he's just the most enjoyable for me.
No, I
But
get
it's hard to play. It's hard to play him online, and also I have like this like I'm stubborn when it comes to Sheik. Like I still want to like try her, even though I'm like playing against like -2 matchups.
Yeah.
But it's also like a lot of people probably just want to see me play Sheik, right? So I might as well just play Sheik for them. And then I end up I end up going Sheik against Young, like, and here I am getting throwing every projectile and every neutral button.
Hey, sometimes it's just how it is. Let's try to finish up this game here, and I think we're gonna wrap that up after this game for sure.
All right.
But I am going to get this stock.
All right, guess I'm going back to doing my favorite.
No, I'm gonna get the stock. You can do that after I reset you to 0.
Nope. This is my favorite. This is what I call the "I'm better than you" strat, where I do.
Well, we don't need to flex it.
And you're playing a low tier, so it's like very hard for you to catch me. But I'm still just better than you. That's what I always say with Game & Watch, and like people get so mad at me because they think I'm serious. Or I'm like, every time I hit like someone with a nair with Game & Watch, I'm like, I'm better than you. I earned this. See, now you thought I was gonna do it again.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh no! Okay.
I learned that one from Leia.
No, I'm just gonna edit that out of the final video.
Oh,
I'm just gonna throw my victory screen in there.
Are you sure the people don't want to watch me camping?
I mean, it'll be a good way to close out the video. Sure. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Again, I want to thank you for coming out. Or by coming out, I mean hopping on your computer and playing these games with me, and letting me get to know you as a player as well. I really appreciate that. This is an absolute passion of mine. Is just talking to people in Smash Bros, and this is my way to kind of combine both of them. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and thank you for having me on.
No problem. Thanks for being good at Smash Bros in general, and catching my eye.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, all right. Yeah, no, I'm all right. I'm okay.
I did go 0-2 last week. I think I'm an 0-2er, certified 0-2er.
Yeah, I mean that's just what happens sometimes. So, but anyway, so any final words you want to throw out there?
Huh?
Any final words you want to throw out?
Joker is the worst character in the game. And can you make sure you edit that so there's not a lot of make sure you can edit that so I sound confident when I say it. So obviously I say that to anybody. I'm like, I can't sound confident when I say Joker's the worst character in the game. I'm
gonna be honest. The way I edit these videos is I take out the last or the first few seconds and then make sure that the last few seconds don't sound sloppy.
I figured.
And then I throw an intro and outro on it.
All right. Any actual final words? I don't know. I guess I should just throw out my socials, right?
Yeah, and I'll also throw them in the bios for the video as well.
At Naito Sharp, Naito Sharp on Twitter and Twitch. Potentially YouTube. I don't know if I'm gonna do YouTube content. That's still something that I'm trying to figure out. But other than that, come watch me stream. Follow me on Twitter if you want to. I'm not gonna recommend you to follow my Twitter because sometimes I am not the best person on Twitter to follow.
We all have weaknesses. We all have bad days.
That's most definitely my weakness, is being too invested in like people's opinions on Twitter.
Yep, I hear that. Don't worry. At one point, you'll get to an age and it'll be like, I don't care as much, and things are just a lot
I'm waiting
easier.
for that day. I'm definitely waiting for that day.
It took me a while. Like I was like 26, 27. I was just like, yeah, that's it. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna end it there. Again, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you so much. For everybody else, please follow him at Naito Sharp on Twitter and Twitch. Again, super genuine dude. Really appreciate you. And yeah, stay good to each other, buds. Take it easy.